What is up, guys? We're back in another reaction video. This time we're checking out Andrew Tate's most savage moments. Now, whether you like him or not, you have to agree. This man just a straight up savage. Just walks to the beat of his own drum. He doesn't care what people think. Why don't we see what it's about, alright? Let's do it.
Sparkling water is for rich people, and I'll tell you why. You can get non-carbonated water, still water, from the fucking tap. The government gives you that shit, effectively for free. But I don't like sparkling. You don't like sparkling water? You don't like water? Yeah, but the bubbles. The bubbles? If I see a man, if you ever meet a man who's afraid of sparkling water, know this. He's certainly afraid of combat. He's certainly afraid of getting punched in the mouth. He's afraid of a fucking carbonated bubble. Little pussy ass dude. So if you're sitting there at a table and your friend won't drink sparkling water, he's not your friend. Because when shit hits the fan and you get jumped and you're getting stabbed by 10 randoms, he ain't jumping in front of knives to save your ass like a good friend should if he's scared of fucking bubbles in his water. Anyone who drinks still water is excommunicated permanently.
I'm tired.
Okay. I don't know if I agree with that one because I drink still water. I'm gonna touch sparkling water, but I'll be a good dude. I'll be right there. I got your back. I think he just putting on a show for that video. Sometimes he does that. Sometimes he's like fully legit. He means what he says. I think here he's just like being a character, you know?
Uninterested in war. Because the reality is we now live in a world where females constantly complain about men and feminism and Me Too and all this shit, and men are the bad guys. But when shit hit the fan and someone had to go and sit in the snow and starve to death to defend their country and protect the females, men did it. And now, here we are 70 or 80 years later, young chicks are going, it's boring. It's boring? You ignorant bitch. I can't explain on how many levels that pisses me off. Imagine you're sitting in Stalingrad, you're sitting there, you're cold, you haven't eaten, you got 3 bullets left. You're like, it's okay, because I'll always be remembered as a hero. And then some bimbo with big titties, who's just finished sucking dick, wants to sit there and go, it's boring. All females are universally disinterested in war and the history of war. Even though these people died for their freedoms, died to allow them to run around spending 8 hours taking Instagram pictures, they're still too fucking ignorant to show enough respect to at least understand what the Stalingrad battle was.
That's
Always looking forward to
fact.
something.
That's fact. It's basically saying all of our freedoms that we have today, we got because of those people back then. He is such a good storyteller. Did you hear him like, and talking like this, shaking his hands and the way he was speaking? It's like speaking like a cold person. This guy is a master storyteller.
Wake up every day excited. Oh, I'll go do this today. I'll go do this today. I'll go do this today. And I very much live my life in a frame of, no, I have to do this. It's very much a, I get to do this. There's another thing that a lot of people make a mistake with when I talk to them, like, I have to go to work today. Change your language. I get to go to work today. Imagine you had no job. Be worse, right? Because otherwise you wouldn't be working. So you get to go to work. Oh, I have to fix the car. At least you have a car. You get to fix your car. Most people don't got one. Oh, I have to go get the kids. You get to go get the kids because you have these beautiful children who love you. You understand? People's even their own language is wrong.
Facts.
The world can be framed. Maybe I'm completely crazy. Maybe I'm full of shit, like you said. Maybe I am. But the frames I've installed in my mind are all beneficial to me. So if that makes me crazy and full of shit, good. Because I can't become depressed. A man can only cheat if he loves someone else. If I have a woman who I truly love, and I go out and fuck, and I come back to her, and I don't care about her, and I only love my girl, that's not cheating. That's exercise. If she even talks to a dude, it's cheating.
You study hard, you can be a doctor. Go study medicine. Study. Give up your whole life in school. Then you get to be a doctor. You can't even buy a motherfucking sports car. I use this analogy all the time, but I'm gonna use it again. When you see a man like me at 3 o'clock on a Tuesday morning at a gas station in a $400,000 sports car, I get out the Lambo, there's a bitch in the front. I get out and putting gas in. Do you look at me and go, he studied really hard in school? Or do you look at me and think, drug dealer? You think drug dealer because you understand you must break the rules to make money. Doctors have followed the rules their whole lives and they're driving Citroens. I got straps in my wardrobe. Look in the wardrobe. Show the wardrobe. What suit am I gonna wear? What fucking gun? We're on a G like that. I'm gonna stay right here in case the police roll up. You're not allowed guns in a range. But you are allowed guns in a shooting range. So I need my house registered as a shooting range. Bro, if you don't know me, you know how it goes. There's a shooting range over there. Well, there's a shooting range. I'm a shooting range.
You're not gonna be calling me a pussy when I fucking roundhouse kick you in the head.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
If I had to choose between a roundhouse kick in the head from you or a blowjob knowing your history, I'd probably choose the roundhouse kick in the head.
I like the color.
You like the color? Yeah, I had mixed reviews on the color. Some people said they like it, some people said they don't like it, and I said, well, what color's your Bugatti? Oh, fuck off then.
That's so true. Like, there's too many haters in the world nowadays. People see success and they're like, oh, they're trying to bring them down to their level so they feel better. No, why don't you just appreciate greatness and the people doing big things in the world and get inspired by that? But no, it's too much work. I don't want to do that. So I'll just, oh, that color's weird. Yeah, and you somehow get a moral victory in your head. People are delusional, man.
It didn't cross your mind at some point that permanently sucking on this vape was going to damage you in some way? You deserve what happens to your dumb ass. Breathe air. You don't need a vape. Have you ever seen anyone with a vape? Have you ever sat in a room? So we go, wait, let me just go. My vape's done charging. And what kind of parent lets their 16-year-old vape anyway? If I had a 16-year-old son, he's like, I got a vape. Get the fuck out of here, vape. Do some push-ups.
We will not have nerds as children. I refuse to have a nerd carry the name Tate. If my son is a nerd, one of us has to die, him or me, and I'll challenge him to Mortal Kombat.
Jesus Christ.
There's another thing that a lot of people make a mistake with when I talk to them. Like, I have to go to work today. Change your language. I get to go to work today. Imagine you had no job. It'd be worse, right? So you get to go to work. I have to fix the car. At least you have a car. Most people don't got one. I have to go get the kids. You get to go get the kids because you have these beautiful children who love you. People's even their own language is wrong. Maybe I'm completely crazy. Maybe I'm full of shit. But the frames I've installed in my mind are all beneficial to me. If that makes me crazy and full of shit, good. Because I can't become depressed. If you get a bitch and she's just about to come and you start saying in her face, I'm gonna cheat on you, you fucking slut, and she comes while you say you're gonna cheat, she's gonna end up getting horny next time you cheat. It sounds crazy. I know everyone's gonna look at me and go, Tate's talking shit. But I'm telling you, it's fucking true. Life for a man is harder than life for a woman. We need to have a lot of shit to be an important man. To be a woman, you need makeup. If you're truly beautiful, you don't need anything else. I've been on boats in Dubai with 19-year-old Moldovan girls. The guy who got that boat needed $100 million. That bitch, makeup. Same boat. That's how hard it is. Look at a game of chess. The king moves one square at a time. What does the queen do? Zips here, zips there. Easy for a chick, right? For your safety, I strongly suggest you do the same. Get all your friends around, call every friend you have right now. Invite them over for a party. When they all turn up, pour out sparkling water. Say, everyone, let's have a glass of water together. Water can't hurt anybody. We're all probably dehydrated anyway. What's the worst water can do? Let's have a nice glass of water, and everyone's gonna drink it. When you see that one dude, oh, there's bubbles. Never speak to him again. Here's a funny story.
I don't know why he feels so strongly about still water, because I don't know. I agree with a lot of what he says, but I'm just a still water guy. I don't like your bubbles. Sue me. I don't know what it is. Does that make me an evil person? Maybe.
Subs, I applied to get my plaque, and they said no. YouTube said I'm not allowed one.
Wow.
Why?
That's so ridiculous.
Too sexy? Too funny? Too cool? Who knows? I'm a sexist. I'm a misogynist. I'm misogynistic because I believe that females are weaker than men. That makes me a bad person in the feminist mind.
Jeans on it.
It's true. It's fucking true. If someone breaks in the house, I'm not sending her to fight. It's my job, right? I have to risk my life to protect her. Yep. So when someone doesn't break in the house and I ask her for breakfast, I expect it to be made. Like, this is the rules.
I don't believe anything in life is completely 50-50. I don't believe anything in life is completely fair. And I believe in every single good relationship, every single happy relationship, somebody has to be in the driving seat. Even if it's 51%, 49%. And I believe that should be a man.
So let's talk about this. You give 100 people a $1,400 check. Everyone understands you can't just leave it in the bank forever because of inflation. The value goes down. Because what happens when they print trillions of dollars from the sky, the dollar becomes less valuable. And now we're living in a world right now where inflation's getting out of control, especially in America, right? In the last year, inflation's up like 6-7%. So no poor person is going to take that money and just leave it in the bank. They're going to either spend it or invest it. Let's say there's 100 poor people and the 100 poor people spend their money. What do they spend it with? Businesses. Who owns businesses? Rich people. So now each one rich
person who owns a business gets 20 poor people's money. Amazon, their stock price went up 30%. Why? Because people are getting stimulus checks and spending it on Amazon. And then they go, oh yeah, but what about they invest it? Invest it where? Invest it in the stock market? That increases the stock price. Who owns the company? Rich people. What if you and all your poor friends, 200 poor friends, put all your money in together and bought one house between you? That still takes one house off the market, raises the property value of that area. Who already owns those expensive houses? Rich people. You can't stop making the rich richer. You cannot stop it. People inside the matrix don't understand what's happening.
That's
I
literally
do know
dead
how
on.
to administer CPR. However, I will not administer CPR unless you're a hot female. This is the reality. If you're some fat dude and you just had a heart attack and I don't really know you, you're gonna die. I mean, if you're a really good friend, no, not even if you're a friend. You better, if you're my friend, you just can't be a pussy. Oh, I had a heart attack. Get the fuck up. What's wrong with you? Have a drink, cigarette, cup of coffee. Back in the game. Fucking having heart attacks in your little pussy.
The remaining girl wants to be a slut.
I'm sorry, but if you see that and you are offended and you think he's telling the truth, then I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I don't know how you got this far in life. It is abundantly clear this man is joking. How are people getting offended? Stand-up comedians said the same thing. You'd be dying laughing. But the fact that this one person says it, you already have negative biases towards him. You're like, oh, he's evil. He's evil. He's clearly joking. Relax.
And if she doesn't do it for money, and she's not a slut, she's exceptionally hard to sleep with. A lot of these girls in Bucharest are 25, 26. They've got 2 men, 3 men body count. They're very hard. If they want to be a hoe, they're going to be a hoe and get paid. Only an English or an American girl is stupid enough to be a hoe for free.
I could watch clips all day of him. He might be the most entertaining person on the planet because you just watch him like, what the heck is this guy gonna do next? He's honestly just hilarious. I don't even know what to say. This man has got so many hot takes, but hey, that's what makes life interesting, right? If you did enjoy this, if you guys did too, make sure to smash that like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you're gonna react to next, and take it easy, y'all. Till next time.